gotta think what is being said tonight. It's like, yo, it's hard to just sit here and just be like, okay, what she's saying is making sense because it's not. It's like I
I
feel
don't
like
agree with her. I don't agree. I do believe that things should be done and whatever. What I'm simply saying is that we have to understand that people all are not going to agree with our opinion.
What
And
I'm
what am
saying
I?
is,
What did you say that was
what
the
I'm
first
saying
report?
is, stand for something or fall for anything.
What
And
is
at the
what am
end of the day, if you're not speaking my language, I can't agree with this shit, and I'm not gonna pacify it either. And I'm not saying that she said anything out of the ordinary because what she's saying is valid. She wants to know she's not saying that these people shouldn't be held accountable for their actions, but what she's saying is let's get to the root of everything before we hold them accountable to their actions. And I kind of agree with that. But what I'm saying is the delivery of it. I might have a different opinion, and I want it to be respected. And I don't give a shit. A 25-year-old girl lost her life in another country around people that she thought she could trust.
that's it. For me, that's it. That's for here. Like there's nothing else to say.
Then on top of that, you fucking lied and said it was alcohol poisoning. Like if they don't have means of finding out why this girl lost her life.
yeah.
He had an emotional journey though. Yeah. He was like,
so I can't pacify that shit about we have an opinion and you have an opinion. No, this is what you call tough love to me. Because as much as I respect this lady and this queen that's on here, Vanessa, I respect you. I don't have anything against what you're saying, anything like that. But I also need to spank you so that you don't go on any other fucking platform and talk that stupid shit because a black girl lost her life. And if it was your younger sister or your daughter or anybody that was in your family, you would not feel that way. And I need you to understand that.
Like thrown around.
I'm gonna say okay because I don't want to rebuke you. I don't, so I'm gonna say okay.
Rebuke me? I ain't the devil. You ain't rebuking me. You talking about rebuttal? Is that what you meant to say?
I don't want to disagree with you. I don't want to come off as being disagreeable. I'm gonna let you finish.
No, it's not a dictatorship where you can't have. Wait.
Yeah,
It's not a dictatorship where you cannot have your opinion.
I just feel like because
you can have your opinion all you want. I'ma spank your ass if you talking crazy. Because guess what? We had enough crazy talk within this community, and that's why we in the situation we in today. Because there's a lot of crazy talk and a lot of pacification for shit that we supposed to be holding each other accountable for. So at the end of the day, you can have your opinion, but you're gonna get spanked out here.
can I say this? Because I think you're speaking to kind of what Jules was saying. I couldn't get your response earlier, and I think Tamara is right in what she's saying. Listen, just because I'm black doesn't mean that I can't step out with the opinion that I have. If you guys said that I need to work on my delivery and be careful how I'm delivering, I'm definitely gonna take that back and soak that in. So yes, I will agree with that and I understand, but I made myself clear that I'm not victim blaming. I'm not signing with these people. I'm not agreeing with them. I'm not saying what they did was right. But I'm also me. Yes, I am black. Yes, I'm a black woman, but I'm also me. There's freedom of speech, there's freedom of think.
There ain't no freedom of speech. I don't know who told you that.
Well, you're right about that.
If it was freedom of speech, Kanye still would have been a billionaire, and Kyrie still would have been playing basketball. So don't tell me about freedom of speech, okay?
But yes,
but this is what I'm trying to show you. The repercussions that happen for every other race does not happen within the black race. You can say whatever you want about black people, and there's no repercussions. There's none. When Kanye said that slavery was a choice, there was no repercussions. We talked about it for a day and we moved on to the next story. But at the end of the day, when you play around with Jews or anybody else, we'll make you back a millionaire. And we still working on you. So this is what I'm saying. Be mindful of what you're saying on public forums. Because at the end of the day, there's no ramifications for what you say about black people, but there always is going to be consequences when you speak on Caucasians, Jews, Chinese, and anybody else.
The untouchables. Don't.
And we got to start standing up for our community. How much black people was killed by the hands of police officers and all of that other shit. We marched for 2 days. We talk shit. Here come this Black Lives Matter movement. Now we finding out they buying $1 million houses without money and all kind of shit. We have no backbone to stand on. And majority of the time you see a black person fall, black people are laughing instead of standing up for anything. That's the problem I have. So maybe your opinion just felt in that category, and I apologize if that's the case. However, you're going to take this spanking tonight.
It's funny, but it's speaking fact though, because like I said, you came on the live and you said, "Yo, my opinion is not gonna sit right with everybody." So you already knew the hole you was digging before you even came on the live.
You knew you stood out before you was the first person I added on this live.
But why are we not allowed? And you said it. Everyone has a difference of opinion, but no one needs to be shunned.
No, you're not.
Why?
We're not shunning you. We're not shunning you.
I know you're not, and I appreciate what you said when you restarted this live. I really appreciated what you said about that. But it's just that, why can't we just talk things out? Why does
we are talking it out? That's what we're doing.
But there's name calling, there's things going on.
Oh, I don't know about the name calling. I didn't call you any names.
That's why I said.
And when I turn my live on,
I should speak.
When I turn my live on, let me just explain something to you, Vanessa. When I turn my live on, I really do not pay much attention to the comments.
Okay.
I'm speaking to the people that is on this panel. That's who I speak to. I don't really look at the comments and all of that, because there's people in there that have their opinion on however they feel, and they're gonna say whatever they say, and I might agree, I might disagree, but it might change my train of thought if I follow those comments. So I don't listen to the comments. I listen to what I'm saying right here on the panel.
No.
If I add somebody else on and they have an opinion and they say something, that's your.
The Chinese just do better things with it. Yeah. They have our information. There's nothing about any of us.
I say
Like orange juice, not juice.
I didn't want to say juice because I thought it was wrong. Sorry.
No, it's juice.
I didn't say you shouldn't be saying that. I said you should be mindful of your delivery and how you say it. That's all it was. I mean,
at the end of the day, we as a community, not just her mother and father, we as a community let that girl down, and she lost her life. That's how I look at it. Because regardless of what you say, we as black people, we always know that it starts at home. If that young man in the room had any kind of dignity or role model or father figure in his life, he would have not allowed that. If he was a father, I don't know if he's a father or not, but if he's a father and he allowed that, then he has failed his own children. That's what I look at. The fact that a life has been lost is what the problem is for me. Now, we all grew up and took an ass whooping or gave an ass whooping before. But we living in a different time today. That video to me was disgusting. It was disgusting. It was the barbaric behavior, the bully mentality. I don't know what today's society thinks is cool, but when I was growing up, if somebody is not fighting you back, you got no cool points for beating that person up.
That's true.
You got no cool points for that. when I was going to school, and when I was going to high school, if you was beating somebody up that balled up, curled up, and didn't want to fight you, and told you, I'm not fighting you back. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. You got no cool points for that. You are now a bully.
Jerry, you gotta see this. Saying it. Trust me, after 15 walks.
So we could mold it all type of ways that we want to mold it. What I'm telling you is, at the end of the day, a 25-year-old young lady that was butt-ass naked in a room with people who she trusted failed her.
How did Kellogg's combine crunchy oat clusters with a touch of honey, plump, juicy raisins,
Period.
and tasty fiber into one delicious cereal? It took a lot of...
I want to add some new people on the live, so I appreciate y'all for being on here. Let me add some more people. Hold on. Shout to Juice, you know what it is. Love already. Let me add somebody else. You want to stay on?
Can I?
I'm sure a lot of people want to converse with you. So.
Okay, why not?
If you want to stay on, you can.
Tomorrow, you gonna talk to me?
I got one daughter and 3 sons. I got one daughter and 3 sons, and let me tell you something.
Oh God, I was ready to go to bed now.
I'm gonna digress for the rest of the night. I'm gonna let y'all speak. How you doing tonight?
Good night.
Talk to me. What's up?
Just simple things. I'm just saying that the facts was there was a video of somebody getting beat up. The facts is somebody dead. That's enough facts for us to know that everybody in that room should be held accountable. Whether it's a smaller penalty, a higher penalty, whoever gets worse, not worse, whatever it is.
A mistake, whatever.
Yep, it doesn't matter. Some kind of accountability for every single person in that room. Because at the end of the day, it's called accessory. Accessory is harboring, it's concealing, it's aiding a crime, a felony. You understand? You're accessory, and that's just what it comes down to. They have to all be held accountable. And that's my only thing to say. You know, I feel really bad that, that people are going through what they're going through, because it's not right. Especially on a trip, on a vacation, with people that you think should have your back. It's just a whole overall sad story.
As a parent, you feel so triggered.
Beyond triggered. As a person, because you could be with your people thinking that it's your people, and they're not. They're not.
But this is what I'm saying. The part of the you don't even know how. Even you saying that women need to deal with women differently. That is triggering to me too.
But it come like anything I say to you is triggering.
It's triggering because you are segregating a whole race.
I'm not segregating a whole race. I think there are times where we speak in subcategories, and you did it earlier when you talked about the man recording. You said you had a problem with him man to man. And
you know why? Because he didn't protect women. Not because as a man, another man that was in the room and he didn't hold the man accountable. No, that's not what I said. As a man in a room with 2 females, you're supposed to have some type of moral to step in at some point in time.
And I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying from this situation, and I'm not taking away that someone lost their life, but there are so much things that we can dissect from this. Surrounding jealousy, friendship, how we deal with each other. I think there are more things that we can take from this. Yes, this girl lost her life and it's wrong. But there are other things that we can take from this situation, and that's all I'm trying to.
And I agree with you that there is going to be more. There's going to be more details. There's going to be more understanding. There's going to be things that we're going to hear. It's going to float around. And when it gets to that point, when it gets to court, and they go through those facts and details, great, wonderful. But
I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about the issues within that situation. about her fighting. I'm talking about jealousy. I'm talking about, the guy recording. There are little sub issues within there. I'm not trying to segregate the community. I'm not talking about me wanting the full story. I'm just saying that there's other things that could be dissected here.
That's what you've been saying the entire night, that you wanted to know more details, which I agree. Of course, everybody wants to know the finer details. But
Mara, do you understand what I'm saying?
You're talking about the dynamics between both women.
The dynamic, yes. I'm not necessarily talking about more info from the case.
She's talking about the dynamics of the both women arguing.
It still wouldn't matter to me. Because she's
trying to say that, women should at least try to be more better towards each other. She's talking about the in-depth situation between both women.
Yeah, exactly. We're still going in depth. It doesn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, I get essentially overall, maybe you would want to hear more about it, but